During World War II, Allies were facing an uphill battle. Between weather and some of the most inhospitable terrain across the globe, it was decided a different kind of soldier was needed to cross enemy lines. One that could move with skill and stealth through the cold, dark hours of the night and brave this treacherous environment by day. This new kind of soldier was trained in the mountainous area of Helena, Montana. Fort William Henry Harrison became the training ground for the most elite unit of soldiers in history. Officially known as the 1st Special Service Force, to the enemy, they were known as the Devil's Brigade.
Today, new National Guard recruits or warriors train on the very grounds that gave birth to the Devil's Brigade. Every year, for one full weekend, 4 action-packed stations, and 1 historic obstacle course, they come to prove that they are the next breed of soldier.
Currently, we're taking a Army physical fitness test.
Command would be moved. I didn't give you the command to move yet, did I?
The warriors are getting ready to run with a push-ups, sit-ups, and a 2-mile run.
Go, 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 go!
Typically, we grade them on a 1-1-1, so they will do push-ups for 1 minute, sit-ups for 1 minute, and then run a 1 mile.
Go, 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 go!
That's typically what they have to get into basic training. Today we're doing a 2-2-2 is what they'll have to pass to get out of basic training.
We get a little bit of mix of everybody because as they're recruited, they come to us, and this could be an individual's very first drill, or it could be their their 12th or 13th drill. So we get a variety of everybody.
This is run by the drill sergeant.
Double, give them up!
So this is exactly what they're going to see when they get to basic training.
What we're doing is land navigation. What we do is we break the soldiers down into squads, and we bring those squads inside the map room.
We start this off with the crawl stage, of course, being back in the classroom again. They'll be in the classroom plotting points. They'll be introduced to a protractor, a compass. They're then given a map and an 8-digit grid coordinate to come up here to the range and find their points.
It's a first experience for them, so to try to get them over that shock and to actually get them to settle in and give them the confidence to be able to go down to basic training and execute an actual land navigation course. This is just a little bits and pieces on how to set them up for success in the future.
In position! Communicate, Private! Communicate!
I'm in position! Weapon on safe, moving!
Get up and run!
Up! They stay me! I'm down!
Today we're at the Individual Movement Techniques range. This range is used for movement under fire. This is an important lane prior to them going to basic training.
I want you all to head that way, grab a weapon that's in that bin. You're gonna execute your combat roll.
On the side, you didn't go over the bump.
3 to 5 second rush to your next cover and conceal position.
Give each warrior a paintball gun. We've also got a pneumatic 50 caliber that's going off just to get them familiar with what weapons firing at you may sound like. We've also got an up-armored Humvee that'll be shooting blanks also to get warriors kind of a little bit more familiar with what they're going to see down at basic training.
You better not move!
I'm Sergeant Holt. I'm an M16 instructor. Break down, tear down every aspect of the M16 for the privates and the warriors that are here today. What we do is we field strip it, reassemble the weapon, teach them all the basic components of the weapon, what they do, and then we have them perform the task to standard.
We go off a crawl, walk, run stage. Crawling gets them familiar with the weapons, and walk will take them into what we call a beam head. Beam head is going to get them a little bit more familiar with actually firing a weapon. And then the run stage, we actually take them into a simulator to where they'll actually have pneumatic weapons, and given different scenarios.
This system here is run more like a simulation of an M16 firing. It has air pressure, so when the rifle does fire, hits a switch, pushes a puff air, cycles the machine. This is more of the real life situation.
This is a mount site. It's a military operation in urban terrain.
So we start out with a glass house, which is essentially basically how to enter and clear one room, whether it's a left-hand side feed or it's a center-fed room. Once they're done with that, we'll transition them over to the building behind us, and then we'll have multiple rooms. And the intent here is to give them a basic foundation, a raw foundation of what close quarters combat entails, which is violence of action, good communication, and good decision making.
Basically, it's a close quarters combat type of setup, and we're just training soldiers to, go in, take a room, take a building, own it, and if there's any insurgents in there, they know that the insurgents don't come out, but they come out.
Sergeant Barrett, we got a closed door on the right!
They go in as a team, they stack up, they engage a target, and they basically eliminate the target.
And the intent here is to work with the young soldiers that are preparing to go to basic training, give them a step up or a leg up and an understanding of what they're stepping into for the next 9 weeks of basic training.
The last event today is going to be the obstacle course. The obstacle course is going to build that confidence that they're going to need. With a can-do attitude, I can accomplish anything, and I can accomplish my mission.
I just faced the biggest fear of my life.
Its intent to boost morale, and more importantly, is to build confidence among these warriors that are going to be going down to basic training.
It was decided a different kind of soldier was needed to cross enemy lines. One that could move with skill and stealth. Fort William Henry Harrison became the training ground for the most elite unit of soldiers in history. They come to prove that they are the next breed of soldier. They were known as the Devil's Brigade.